This episode is brought to you by AwesomeDrinks.com, where the best drinks begin. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're going to create one of our viewers' recipe creations called the BCS Flip. B for brandy, C for coffee liqueur, and S for simple syrup, which, coincidentally, is an ingredient that we kind of might have just left out of our eggnog last week. The eggnog and brandy was, the recipe I took was from Twitter. Twitter has a 140-character limit. Some things didn't make it in. One of them was the simple syrup. So if you're going to make our drink from last week, which is the eggnog, add some simple syrup. It might be more sweet, because I think I mentioned that it didn't taste like the eggnog we're used to, which is high fructose corn syrup ridden. And we got some people asking, why would you ever taint something with fake eggnog? And I just, that's how it's been. That's like what we do. That's like Burger King to us. No, not really anything like that. But that's just something we've always been used to, at least in my household and Jennifer's household, and people we know. So that's just how it is. But adding the simple syrup is probably going to give you a little, if you put whole milk or cream, you're going to get thicker. You add that, you're going to balance it, make it a little more sweet for those that are into sweet. Maybe you don't want that. This recipe has 2 ounces of brandy. We're using cognac because I don't think I have 2 ounces left of my brandy that I have in stock. I got to get more brandy. It's hard. I want to get a good one. This recipe, thank you, that's a good idea. This recipe is from Philip, and it's important to mention him since I went back and forth with what the name was going to be. We changed it. So we're going to have some simple syrup in this one. We're going to have, and this is my homemade simple syrup, added a little vodka in here to stabilize, some coffee liqueur, and like I said, no brandy. If you have a really good brandy you like that's maybe easy to get, let me know. I'd love to know what some other brandy styles are. I have Christian Brothers. So the other trick here is it's going to have an egg. Again, so it's sort of like an eggnog, but we're going to separate the white and the yolk, I think. So every week I get a little more advanced in the egg work. So we're going to see how that goes. I went to YouTube to figure out how to separate the egg because I am not a cook. We're going to put some nutmeg in there. We're going to throw it in a lowball glass from AwesomeDrinks.com. I was had to make sure it was there. And let's do it. I'm going to use a little ice too. This is going to be shaken because it's just kind of like an eggnog. You're going to shake it. And so I think I'm going to do the egg first, because if I screw up the egg, then I can get rid of that video and put a new one in, and we won't ruin all the other ingredients. So I'll do the egg first. So what I understand you can do, and we're going to see if this is true, is crack the egg. There we go. And we're going to break it, but you don't want to get any of the shell in there, and you want the whites to leave, but you want the yolk to stay. So one method, they say, is to roll it back and forth. So you put the yolk in here, and you get all that stuff to fall out, and then you put the yolk back in here. Oh, wow, it actually works. And there you go, you've got a yolk. That's pretty cool. And the other thing you have is a napkin. So we're going to throw the yolk into our glass. Boink. That's pretty neat. It's pretty messy. So also on the salmonella thing, we had a lot of people writing in, and I don't know if it was Philip. No, I think it was Viganta had mentioned what you could do is it was the salmonella isn't in the egg, it's on the shell. So unless the shell is cracked. So if you boil the shell, not just for a little bit, you can go to our forums or one of the comments to mention how you do it, how long you do it. You won't hard boil it, but you'll get that salmonella off, so it's a little cleaner. And that's a good idea. So we got our yolk, all the bad parts done. Hey, how do you like the little outfit we got going here? I thought it was pretty cool. It's from last year. If you go look at our recipes from last year, you'll see I wore the same thing. Whoa, I already made a mess. I can separate an egg, but I can't pour cognac. Probably don't need that anymore. So throw that in there. You got your egg and your brandy.
Yum, yum.
Brandies and eggs! This is breakfast for champions. Sorry. And then little coffee, liqueur. No caffeine in Kahlua, I bet. That's what they need to do. They need somebody, you got to go out and make yourself niche market right here. Unless it's already been done. Coffee liqueur that actually has caffeine in it. I don't think it has caffeine. Never really checked. We'll do our 1 ounce of simple syrup because that'll balance against that little coffee flavoring. We got our egg yolk. So now all we do is shake and serve. Ooh, it's doing some crazy things in there. Not so sure I'm liking that. We're gonna add our ice to chill it up a little bit. There we go. That drink is not the same as eggnog. It's much darker. Shake it up. So, let's see what we got here. Strain that into... It's weird, it kind of smells like whiskey. I have a strainer around here someplace. I don't really know if you need ice in here. You could probably chill it, probably be better. Because it's so, wow, it's really thick looking. And then drop some eggnog. Boop, boop, boop.
Not eggnog.
It's not eggnog. What is this thing? Nutmeg. It's like eggnog spelled backwards. I was trying to recover. Couldn't do it. So, first off, you get your nutmeg flavoring. What's that noise? Second off, got a slight cold. So keep that in mind. But I've done my best here. I don't taste any egg. I taste smooth, burning coffee. This is coffee. This is as close to coffee as you could get without it being hot. A little thick, not too thick. Not as thick as if you use like cream of coconut when we get that thickness. It's not that thick. Protein. Overall, pretty good. There is a little bit of a burn right across the middle of the tongue. So nothing like, it doesn't taste like alcohol though. It tastes like fire and nutmeg. Nutmeg's roasting by an open fire. Well, since Jennifer seems to be sleeping over there, it was a long day shopping today. Christmas coming. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Check out everydaydrinkers.tv. Check out awesomedrinks.com because what you can get is lowball glasses. And I've already had a few people on YouTube go out and buy stuff because they've been having a hard time finding these like I did, which are Collins glasses. And of course, you've probably seen these on the show if you've been watching for a while. There's your martini glass or cocktail glass. And what I like about it is it's flared out and it doesn't hold as much liquid as some of the other ones I have. But I've begun to like these because I don't know, that flare gives it a little more presentation, so you really get to see some of it. And of course, when we start getting into tiki mode or whatever you call it, Polynesian style drinks, we're gonna be needing some of those tiki god heads. So stay tuned for more of those. That's like 14 ounces of alcohol. Just add some ice to kind of make room. So I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and we're teaching you how to drink.